I created the first 3 podcasts using GarageBand, which is a Macintosh program. Since many of you use Windows, I will also show you how to create a podcast using Audacity, which works on Windows as well as Macs. Starting with GarageBand, when it first opens, you select Podcast. The controls for GarageBand are located at the bottom of the screen. Moving from left to right, you have the record button, then you have the go to beginning button, you have the skip back, then the skip forward, and then the loop. On the far side of the time measurement, you also have a volume control. This screen shows my completed podcast, but I will show you how to record and edit sound using a second track available to us. So, I click on the track, and then I click on the red record button and record some audio. Then I click somewhere else on the track and recorded some additional sound so that we would have sound to manipulate. Now, just note that here I have 2 vocals overlapping, and in reality, that would not be a good idea. You really only need to record in one sound track. Now, let's look at some editing though. Select one of the new clips by clicking on it, and it will highlight. Then, select the split option from the menus. Now, personally, I don't find this very intuitive, so you may want to write this step down. Now, select the new split piece and simply select Edit Cut, and that will remove that particular clip. Or you can move the clip to a different location by simply dragging it. Or you can copy or cut the clip and move the playback line, or sometimes referred to as the playback head, to where you want the clip, and then paste. It is very similar to using word processing. If you copy-paste, you will end up with 2 copies of the clip. If you cut-paste, it removes the clip from the one location and pastes it in a different location. Once you have your broadcast in the way that you would like it, then you have to save it. Now, my option was to choose Export to Disk and save it in an MP3 format. Then once saved, all I had to do was upload it to my website, and I inserted it into the podcast page, and I also created a link to it so there would be 2 options for my listeners. Now, that's just one way to do it. In future episodes, we will discuss many other options, including RSS feeds. Now, for those of you using a Windows computer, you can get the sound program Audacity, Audacity. It is a fairly simple program to use to create a podcast. Simply download and install it to begin, and then open it. Select File New, and you are ready to start. At the top of the screen, you will find the controls. From left to right, you have go to the beginning, play, record, pause, stop, and skip to the end. Now, to start recording, click on the red button, and that is it. In order to edit your sounds, you simply select or highlight part of the recording. Then you can delete by selecting Edit Cut. And here is the results. You can also use Copy, Cut, and Paste from the Editing menu, like I showed you in GarageBand. Now, since we have already cut a section, we can simply move the playback head to where we want to paste and select Paste from the Edit menu. Now, once you have your recording the way you want it, you need to save. So select File, Save to ensure that you have it saved. And then I would also select Export as MP3. And that's the file that I would upload to the web.